How you doing, Manginas? Tanky Talda here. Pretty Guys Girlfriend Stories episode 55. 55. It's an old video. And so last time we left off, I was talking about the sisters. And down in the description below, make sure you email me any girlfriend stories, any advice, anything like that that I can share in future girlfriend stories, because this is the last one I got of personal stories right now. Not really in the game right now because multiple reasons. One, I'm not going for the game because I'm not trying to, get a bunch of girls because I'm still living at home right now. I don't really have that much money, and those are the main two things. So you can't bring a girl back to like, oh, you're that old and you're still in your parents. Oh, okay, yeah, it sucks, So it is what it is. So eventually we'll have some girlfriend stories again for me. I'll probably have some in the past that I don't remember. I know for certain because I remember thinking of it the other night that I had some girlfriend stories I forgot to share. Very minor stories, but they were kind of funny regardless. So anyways, let's get started. So that girl that, like I said, the roommate who, I did did stuff with, not stuttering. That was kind of weird. I don't know what I was trying to make a noise. And this is how her sister got involved. Her sister was a senior in high school, I think, or she was a freshman in college. I think she was a senior in high school. So that means she was like 18, 19. I was 23, 22, 23. And so I met her a couple of times. She was really nice. She was really cool, She'd come over sometimes and play like different games. She didn't really drink that much. I think one time she drank a little bit. She had I think she had some Four Loko. So that's a good way to start it off. And so I found out that she messaged me on Facebook. She added me on Facebook, and I only saw her maybe 3 times. I met her 3 times, and one of the times I really didn't even hang out that long with them out in the living room. I was just kind of in my room doing my own thing. And she messaged me on Facebook, and she's starting to talk to me, and she asked for my number, and so she started texting me, And so I thought it was kind of different, I thought it was kind of weird. And then so my roommate, being her sister, was like, hey, I know her real name. I'm not gonna use her real name, but she's like, hey, has so and so I heard so-and-so's been talking to you. I'm like, yeah, she's been messaging me, texting me a few times, And she's like, yeah, well, she likes you. And I'm like, what? She likes me? And she's like, yeah. So I found that out. She's like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I'm like, it's a little weird. I didn't realize she liked me. That's what her sister was saying. Because it is a little weird because knowing what happened between me and the roommate, and then her little sister is going after the same gonads, So yeah, I think I maybe would have, just to go bucket list, sisters, check mark. But this is the part that really ruined it, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this. Because we had never hung out with just us two. She worked at, where did she work? She worked at like Costco, and she asked me a couple times, she's like, hey, come get some food from me. She worked at the food center, like the food place there. Like, what I'm talking about, where you can go and get hot dogs and pizza. She's like, I'll give you some free food. And stuff like that, but I didn't really want to leave, and free food was nice, but Costco free food, like just random weird pizza. And also, like I said, I didn't really know her that well, so it was kind of weird. I'm like, yo, what's up, the pizza, and then see ya. But I probably wouldn't have done that, so I never got any of the free foods. That was a mistake. So anyways, I was like, so let's have a movie night, let's hang out, let's have a movie, let's watch a couple movies. And I'm like, you can come over to the apartment. She's like, no, you should come over to my place. I'm like, oh, where do you live? She's like, this place. And she's like, I'm with my parents. And I'm like, whoa, hey. whoa. Like, she was wanting me to, which is older than her by 3 or 4 years, wanted me to come to her house, her parents' house, to watch a movie, the first time. And I'm like, I didn't want to tell her. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. She's like, no, come on, it'll be fun. Let's do it this Sunday or this next Sunday, And I'm like, yeah, sure, that'd be okay. I didn't know how to say no. So I talked to her sister. And I'm like, yo, your sister just invited me to her parents' house to watch a movie. And like I said, that's super weird, yo. You can't do that. When you're trying to hang out with somebody for the first time, you can't introduce the parents just all of a sudden like that. We hadn't even had a one-on-one conversation with nobody else around, and now we're going to have our parents in the other goddamn room. Nothing was going to happen, We probably were just going to simply watch movies. I think. I don't really know. And, but you can't. I was like, And so that's when I knew, I'm like, yo, I can't do that. This is going to be weird because I think she was actually looking for a relationship, and I wasn't. And so I knew it could get really bad, especially with living with her sister, and knowing that she's going to come over a few times and it was going to get weird. So I kind of had to end it, and I kind of needed help, because I'm like, man, I was like, yo, you got to help me. Your sister, like, I told her that, and she's like, dude, she's like, why would she do that? That's so embarrassing that she's my sister, is what her roommate said. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to tell her or help me out here. I was like, I don't want to lead her on, and that's just kind of weird. Yo, what the hell was that right there? That thing just came up and just took my head off, and I was on a huge streak. Like, what is that right there in the goddamn game? That thing pissed me off, man. I was on a good streak there. I don't know how many kills I got, but the fucking thing just came up and ended me. I don't know if that's a kill streak or not, or something. I don't know. But it pissed me off. It's like from the Wild Wild West. You know that little thing that... the little magnet thing that shoots at the people's necks. Okay, so anyways, yeah. Eventually the sister kind of told her, like, hey, I don't think Ryan's is interested, and I had to tell her, I'm like, yo, I don't think I can make that movie. I made an excuse. I was like, yo, I can't do that movie. I gotta do this instead. So that ended, and I think her sister kind of gave her the hint. I'm like, yo, nah, nah, not gonna work. So. It was a little different when she came over a couple times later. She wasn't quite as friendly to me, but it was all right. I mean, she was still nice. It just wasn't as she wasn't as perky, you know. And I'm like, oh, Ryan. It was like, hey, Ryan, what's up? You know, like, hey, yep. So that was, I think, I don't know if I regret not doing that, because sisters. I mean, not at the same time. That would be the ultimate goal. Sisters at the same time. Like, holy shit. They give you 2s and it'll still work. I don't care. I mean, it would actually be kind of weird. Maybe, yeah, that'd be kind of weird, right? Sisters? You know, that's like incest. I don't know. But it's still, I mean, it's still a pretty ultimate goal. So yeah, I missed my opportunity there. Let me know. I don't know. Is it a mistake? Maybe it's not a mistake, because I could have got weird too. I could have got weird. But yeah, so like I said, make sure to submit your comments, guys. I'm out of girlfriend stories. Oh man, now what am I going to talk about? Oh, I know what idea. I'm going to talk about the DLC maps. Hope you guys don't change my mind. I'm out of stories. But like I said, in the emails down below, the next girlfriend stories will be submissions from you guys. Like I said, I'll be doing drinking stories and job stories still. I still have multiple of those to do. And some of the stories you probably have heard before, especially if you watch my stream. I say a lot of these stories on stream a few times. Every once in a while we have toddler story time. I don't know, it's just I guess it's kind of weird. It's not really weird, but it's just like, I don't know why I like telling stories. They're just fun. I'm not very good at storytelling, if you can't tell. I kind of just like like say stuff and then just get lost and just like, where am I at again? And just stumble along. But yeah, so those will be coming. But like I said, the girlfriend stories will have to be submitted from you guys. In the past, I think I had like 20 episodes just from some more stories that you guys have submitted me in advice. That was a good time, man. I remember I was going to Ames. I'd go to like the library between classes and just like read your guys' emails and reply back and stuff. And I probably still have some leftover ones from back in the day, from like a year ago or a year and a half ago now. Ever since I don't even know when I did the last girlfriend stories. So maybe I'll read some of those old ones that I never got to before in the past. Because like there was a ton, man. It was really cool. It was really cool to see how many people submitted that shit. Because it was also uploaded on the Next Gamer Network, and so I'd get like double the viewers just from that. So yeah. Yeah, so these DLC maps, guys, if you don't have the DLC, I would suggest buying it. It's kind of late. I mean, once this video comes up, the DLC's been out for over a week. So, I mean, at this point, you either want to buy it or don't, or you have the money or you don't have the money. But the zombies alone is pretty awesome. I really am enjoying the zombies. Now, it's really weird to talk from, like, go from girlfriend stories about sisters to DLC. I make it sound like they're, yeah, like, I don't know. Okay. I was about to say weird things. Another bucket list. I've never done anything with somebody else that wasn't white. Does that make me? It's not racist, right? Like, I mean, I don't choose to. I almost had a chance with a black girl. That was almost a bucket list check too. And I made a mistake and went back to the one girl I was always hanging and sleeping with, back in college. It was a few years ago. This is as recent. But I almost had my chance, man. What other bucket lists are there? Like, girl, what? Threesome is I mean, the sister's threesome. Whoa. That's super bucket list, but like threesome, you know, bucket list. I mean, like, even if it's I mean, I don't know if I would do a threesome with another dude, because at that point it's a competition, and I don't really want to get in competition in the bed. I just want to, you know, just enjoy my time there. But then you're like, God, I can't finish yet. He hasn't done it yet. You know, and then, and competition on size. This is competition everything. Competition on how well you're doing stuff. But if it's a girl, guy, what you know. Uh-oh, my computer just shut off on me. There we go, just went blank there. But yeah, what other bucket lists are there? Well, I guess we're running out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this girlfriend story. That's kind of rambled the last half. Apologies. Apologies, baby. But yeah, make sure you submit in the email down below. And hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you do. And stay hairy. Manginas.